What if I told you there's a peptide that specifically targets stubborn belly fat, boosts metabolism, preserves muscle, and can even help rebuild cartilage? But some who use it don't get anything from it, and reconstituting it is so difficult that some people who try it end up with useless gel in their fridge. Welcome to AOD-9604, the most promising and the most frustrating peptide in the game. Because here's the part that people forget to mention. Spoiler alert, AOD doesn't work for 30 to 50% of the people who try it. But for those who do get results, well, let's just say it's worth sticking around for you to find out if that might be you. But first, let's talk a little bit about what makes it so powerful, why is it a nightmare to use, and why does it fail to work for some? Well, it works wonders for others. AOD-9604 is the last 16 amino acids of human growth hormone. It's been engineered, designed for fat loss, with none of the side effects that can make growth hormone so scary. It doesn't drive up levels of IGF-1, so no unwanted cell growth. And number two, it doesn't mess with insulin and glucose, so you don't have to worry about accidentally giving yourself diabetes. It works by activating beta-3 androgenic receptors. These are the master switches for lipolysis, aka turning on fat metabolization. And there's human data on this one, and it's somewhat interesting. What they saw was that 2.6 kilograms of fat was lost with the AOD group versus 0.8 kilograms for the placebo group. Now, that's not nothing, but it's not game-changing levels of excitement. But there are some other cool things. You see, because it didn't just help burn fat, it also prevented fat accumulation. No IGF spike, no blood sugar chaos, burning fat, preventing new fat, kind of cool. Until you actually try to use it. You see, AOD-9604 is infamous for gelling up. It turns into thick, stringy, unusable gel. And why is that? Well, it's extremely hydrophobic. It doesn't like water. Plus, if it's cold or the water's cold, that can create an instant gel situation. So it's a very picky peptide. Also, this is a case where less is more. High concentration AOD can actually have higher gel rates than lower quantity amount. And in many cases, you need an additional compound like acetic acid to help hit the right pH to make it stay a liquid and to help it stay nice and clear without getting that cloudy, gelatinous goo. And even experienced users have a problem with this. Let's say you recon it perfectly, only to find out a week or two later, you go into the fridge and it has all turned to gel again. But that's really not the biggest problem, because even if that all goes perfectly, there's still one big issue. It doesn't work for 30 to 50% of the people. In a phase 2 study, it gets worse because when they added in exercise and diet, there was virtually no difference in results between the AOD group and the placebo group. So the translation, if you're already eating well and you're working out, AOD might not do that much for you. But that doesn't really answer the question, why do non-responders even exist? Well, it comes down to our beta-3 receptor genetics. See, not everyone has the same receptor density or sensitivity. Studies in beta-3 knockout mice showed that AOD didn't do anything. And this is partly why the FDA never approved it and why multiple trials failed to demonstrate effectiveness. So what's the verdict? AOD is absolutely fascinating. It targets visceral fat, has an excellent safety profile, and tons of benefits. But it's also one of the most difficult and least consistent peptides to work with. So if you are going to try it, here's my tips. Use small dosing vials. Small quantities are better. Think 2 milligram versus 10 milligram. Make sure everything is at room temperature. Have acetic acid on hand ready to fix the pH issue. And most importantly, have realistic expectations. Don't buy this one in bulk. Start off with 1 or 2 vials to see if you're going to be able to recon it successfully and if you're a responder. If you want the complete guide on how to do AOD right, please join me in school. It's one of the many fat loss compounds that we cover there with protocols, sourcing, everything that you need to do this and do it right. All free, link in bio. Join me in my school.